What is up, everybody? Kyler2000 here, and welcome back to another video. Today we have my Double or Nothing predictions, which will be taking place tonight, May the 25th, in Las Vegas, Nevada. The first AEW show. So let's get straight into it. So first up, we're starting with the two pre-show matches. First up, we have the 21-man casino battle royal, where the winner will receive a future championship match against either Kenny Omega and Chris Jericho, which we will get into later. As of when I'm recording this audio, I'm recording this the day before the 24th. You'll be seeing this the 25th. But as of now, the people announced for it are Sonny Kiss, Brandon Cutler, Ace Romero, Glacier, Brian Pillman Jr., Sunny Days, MJF, Joey Janela, Dustin Thomas, Billy Gunn, Jimmy Havoc, Michael Nakazawa, Jungle Boy, Isaiah Cassidy, Mark Quinn, Luchasaurus, and Sean Spears, which leaves 4 open spots left in this match. The rules of this will be everyone draws a card and they'll be entered at 5 starting based on what card suit they've drawn. So if they get clubs, then the clubs will be out, then all that. So yeah, 5 wrestlers will come out together. And then the 21st entrant will enter alone, which makes me think, and I'm predicting this, whoever enters at number 21 will be who wins the 21-man casino battle royal, because there'll be a big name who is out in 21, because they'll be entering by themselves while everyone else will be coming out in groups. I don't know who that will be. I'd love it to be someone like a John Moxley or a CM Punk. Well, maybe even a Hangman Page, and we'll get to that later. I'm going to talk about that at the very end of this video. But out of everyone announced, I'd like to see maybe an MJF, Janela, Sean Spears win, who used to be Ty Dillinger. So yeah, out of everyone announced, I'm going to go for Sean Spears, the perfect 10 to win the battle royal. But my real prediction will be whoever is that last entrant, because it will be a big one. Then also on the pre-show, we have a match between Kip Sabian and Sami Guevara. Big fan of both these, and this will be a match where the two of them really get a chance to shine and showcase what they've got. And I'm going to go with, it's a hard one to call. I can see both men getting the win to kind of kickstart their AEW careers. So, I don't know. I'm going to go with Sami Guevara, just because, why not? He's kind of been featured a bit on Being the Elite. So, they'll probably have big plans for him. So, I can see him getting the win over Kip Sabian in this showcase match for both of them, and a very entertaining match. So my pick for this one, Sami Guevara. Then moving on to the main show, we have a match that I would like to see be the match kick off the show, and that is the Best Friends, Chuck Taylor and Trent Beretta versus Angelico and Jack Evans. Big fan of both these teams. I love the Best Friends. They're one of my favourite tag teams. I will be wearing my Best Friends t-shirt when I'm watching Double or Nothing. Big fan of Angelico and Jack Evans as well, from seeing them team in PWG and Lucha Underground. Especially big fan of Angelico. I've seen him live a few times at OTT. He's a fantastic wrestler if you haven't seen him, even though I'm sure most people have, because he's been in places like Lucha Underground and PWG. Jack Evans, again, a fantastic wrestler. Chuck Taylor, very great. Trent Beretta, great wrestler as well. Most people will probably know Trent from his time in WWE. Of course, he was in New Japan. Chuck Taylor done some stuff in New Japan. But yeah, this one's hard to call. Again, big fan of both these teams. As I've said, 4 fantastic workers in it. I can see both teams getting the win, but just because I'm a big, massive fan of the Best Friends, I'm gonna go with Chucky T and Trent Beretta to get the win over Angelico and Evans. Then we'll have 6 women's tag team action between Aja Kong, Yuka Sakazaki, Emi Sakura, Hikaru Shida, Ryo, and Ryo Mizunami. Sorry if I butchered any of those. And yeah, I know on the gameplay in the background it's just one-on-one because I wasn't able to find all the competitors involved on Fire Pro World. Maybe I didn't look hard enough, or maybe I was spelling it wrong, but I was only able to find 3. 2 from it was Aja Kong and Yuka Sakazaki, and I was able to find Hikaru Shida, so I just went to Aja Kong and Shida one-on-one just for the background. So yeah, I'm not too familiar with many of the women involved in this. I've heard of Emi Sakura, haven't seen too much of her. It's just a name that I've heard a bit about. I've seen bits of Aja Kong, not too much. I'm not too familiar, but again, it's a name I've heard a lot about, and I'm seeing bits of everyone else I haven't really seen before. So just based off that, I'm going to go with Aja Kong. And yeah, I guess I'm really excited to see this match because I'm not familiar with most of the people involved, and I guess that's what AEW were going for when they went to put this match on. So yeah, this should hopefully be a good showcase for all 6 women involved, and yeah, I'm going to go with Team Aja Kong to get the win. Moving on from 6-woman tag, we'll have a 6-man tag between Christopher Daniels, Frankie Kazarian, and Scorpio Sky, also known as SCU. They'll be taking on the team of Strong Hearts, Sema, T-Hawk, and El Lindemann. Big fan of Sema. I've seen bits of T-Hawk. Yeah, I've never seen El Lindemann. Of course, SCU. I'm a big fan of all 3 of those guys. I don't really need to go on about them. I'm sure people watching the AEW know who SoCal Uncensored are, and that's why I'm going to go with Strong Hearts to get the win. A loss here won't really hurt SCU, and a win for Strong Hearts will only strengthen the relationship, I think, between AEW and OWE. And that's kind of what this match is. Sema, T-Hawk, and Lindemann, Strong Hearts representing OWE. So yeah, I can see them getting the win here to cement the relationship between the 2 companies in what should be a fantastic matchup. Then there's triple threat action between Britt Baker, Nyla Rose, and Kylie Ray. This should be a good triple threat match. Not too familiar with Nyla Rose. I've seen a good bit of Kylie Ray and Britt Baker. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Britt Baker for this. Of course, Britt Baker was at All In. She was the first woman announced to sign for AEW. She was at the TNT, kind of when they announced the TNT deal, she was in attendance at that. So to me, it looks like they're building Britt Baker to be the star of the women's division. So I'm gonna say that Britt Baker gets the win in what should be great triple threat match, and kind of establish Britt Baker as the star of the AEW women's division. Then we've probably one of the matches that I am looking forward to most. That is Cody versus Dustin Rhodes, the battle of the brothers. Yeah, I have a feeling this would be a fantastic matchup with Cody getting the win, because I don't know, I can see this being Dustin's kind of retirement match, his last big match, taking the loss to his brother on the way out. And yeah, I can see this being a real old school kind of early WCW style match, kind of like what Cody and Aldis was at all in kind of an old gritty WCW NWA style matchup. I can see maybe Dustin and Cody getting busted open and just going to war with each other in a fantastic, hopefully a great old school style matchup. With and as I was saying, I can see this being Dustin's last big match. So, and kind of maybe he'll announce his retirement and then go out on his back like in those old school type of wrestlers do to his brother. We also have tag team match for the AAA World Tag Team Championships. The current champions, Matt and Nick Jackson, the Young Bucks, versus the Lucha Bros, Penta El Zero Pentagon, also known as Pentagon Jr., and Rey Fenix. Again, really looking forward to this match. Two of the best tag teams in the world at the moment. They should tear each other down. Of course, the AAA tag team titles are on the line. And I'm going to go with the Lucha Bros to win the tag team titles and bring them back to Mexico. I know that the Bucks did do good numbers for AAA when they did win them, but I don't really see the Bucks going up and down between the US and Mexico too often, especially now that AEW is getting underway, and especially once their TV deal towards the end of the year starts going. I don't really see him having time to go defend those titles down in Mexico, so that's why I've gone for the Lucha Bros. But you never know, the Bucks could retain and then defend them on future AEW shows, but yeah, they still won't. I don't know, they probably won't get down to Mexico as often as AAA might want them to defend it. So just for that reason alone, that I think the Bucks get a deal now with AEW starting to get going, with of course Double or Nothing being their debut show under the Double or Not, or under the AEW banner after All In. So yeah, I feel like their attentions will be more focused on AEW, so that's why the Lucha Bros will regain the AAA tag team titles and take them back down to Mexico, where they can defend them regularly. And last but finally not least, we have Chris Jericho at the Alpha going up against Kenny Omega, Alpha Omega 2, which everyone's looking forward to. It should be a great matchup. The winner will face, of course, the winner of the Casino Battle Royale, I believe at a later date, not at Double or Nothing, for the World Championship. I'm not sure if it takes place at Double or Nothing or not, but I think it will be at a later show. This one I don't know how to call. It could go either way, but I'm going to go with Chris Jericho. Big fan of both these guys, it goes without saying, but yeah, I'm giving the edge to Jericho. Omega did win the first one, so maybe they can bring it back 1-1 before having a match, maybe a couple of months down the line to settle the score. But yeah, I can see Chris Jericho going on to become the first AEW World Champion, just to get that name recognition on the belt, because at first, before going on to lose it eventually, maybe to Kenny or someone else like a Hangman Page in the future. But yeah, I think Chris Jericho will win this match and go on in the future to be the AEW champion, just to bring in those kind of casual fans, and kind of just to build their main audience, get up off the feet, and kind of introduce Kenny Omega to the mainstream American TV audience. Because I'm not sure how popular Kenny is in the States, like with non-wrestling fans. So yeah, I can feel like Chris Jericho would be the smartest option. He's probably the most recognizable name they have in the company. So just give him the title at first to kind of help bring in newer fans to the company, who will then become fans of guys like Kenny, Hangman Page, even guys like MJF, Joey Janela. So for this match, I'm gonna go with Chris Jericho to get the victory. Okay, so now that my predictions are out of the way, I kind of just want to take a minute to talk about the whole Pac Hangman Page situation. Of course, the match is called off because of creative differences. Apparently, Pac doesn't want to lose while he's Dragon Gate champion. I understand that. He feels loyal to Dragon Gate and wants them to get their story across before he wants to lose. I understand that, but I also understand where AEW are coming from. They didn't want to have a screwy finish with wins and losses mattering in that company. So, yeah, I get both sides of the coin. We did still get that match. It's on YouTube for free. Go check it out on the AEW channel. It was a fantastic matchup, which ended in a DQ, and then Pac attacking Hangman after the bell and saying he's not come to Double or Nothing now because he's already done his job of hurting Hangman Page. And then yesterday on the latest Being Delete, Hangman did say that he will not be cleared because of the attack, even though AEW were saying when the news first broke that Pac won't be at Double or Nothing because of the creative differences, that Hangman will still have a match. So hopefully he does. Hopefully someone calls out Hangman Page and like they just work over the leg. He might be able to go, but yeah, hopefully I'd still love to see Hangman Page at least do something on the card, even if he's just trying in the Battle Royal. But they're saying he won't be on it, so he probably won't. But hopefully Hangman Page still does have something to do. And the finish of the match does perfectly set up for once Pac has his Dragon Gate commitments done, like when he drops the belt, he can maybe then come into AEW. If they still want him, they still want to work with him, then maybe like and have a rematch between Hangman and Pac, because Hangman and Pac, because it was a DQ and then the attack afterwards. So it does still leave the door open for them to go at in AEW. We still did get the match. Hopefully we still do get Hangman Page at Double or Nothing. So yeah, that's just my opinion. I was going to make a video on it when it first happened, but I kind of want to see what I kind of want to watch the match first and then see what AEW were doing first. So yeah, I said I'll just throw it in the end here. So if you did enjoy this video, hit that like button. Let me know in the comment section below what you're most looking forward to at Double or Nothing. For me, the match I'm looking forward to most is probably Cody or Dustin. Cody versus Dustin, or Kenny and Jericho. Yeah, smash that like button. Let me know in the comment section below what you're looking forward to and your predictions. Subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you in the next one.